we're sitting there. We got two of the hottest waitresses from fucking Hooters at my crib. We've already been chicken fighting in the fucking pool. We done got some boob action. And what does he do? He's got to brag. He couldn't wait till afterwards. He had to brag. And brag to the people that he knew would jump in a fucking car to come over to see it. And fuck it all up. So, Miss Brooklyn, I'm so sorry that you did not get tagged by the country boy. It's not my fault.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, because that really does bring us into the next section of our code of ethics, which is promise keeping. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to call that Article 110. If a bro is hitting it off with a chick, his bro shall do anything within his means to ensure the desired outcome. Okay? That includes troubleshooting the one-night stand. Now, this is a big deal. Now, I know a lot of us out there have had to troubleshoot the one-night stand. We just didn't know what to call it. So that's what you have it, troubleshooting the one-night stand. So, let's come up with some problems to troubleshoot for the one-night stand. Right? What if you forgot her name?
I got it.
What? Go ahead.
I got that one covered. This is an easy one. It sounds cheesy as fuck, but I promise you I've seen it work with my own two eyes. So if you've been talking to this girl and she's already told you her name is Amanda, and whatever.
What's your stage name?
Yeah. Hey, honey. Well, all you gotta do is be like, oh, baby, I'm sorry, I got a really bad memory. I've already forgot your name. And then she's like, oh, it's Amanda. That's easy. It goes back to the honesty thing. That's all you gotta do is fucking ask. It was a long story, but you're just gonna fucking ask.
Blame it on the TBI. I love it. For those of you without TBI that may be looking for another avenue of approach, have one of your bros introduce himself for the first time and listen closely to catch your name. Normally, you want to choose your ugliest bro, though, because if you choose your second hottest bro, they're probably going to snag that chick from you because she knows you forgot her shit. She knows. So, when you do another problem, what if she rejects your drink offer? Try to buy her a drink, she rejected it. As a good bro, what are you supposed to do to fix this?
Well, I don't know how it would work in the in the upset situation, but I used to carry a box of plastic spoons around with me. And
I bet you.
I swear to you, I did. On our, and if somebody wanted to be stuck up, like you're saying, hey, how are you doing? My name's Country. I would like to get your name, maybe take you out or something like that. If you got the nose pointed up or somebody just said no, back the fuck off, we'd always throw a spoon at them and tell them to eat it yourself.
That is true.
You could keep them in your pocket.
Well, if it was me and she had rejected my drink offer, personally, I wouldn't turn to my bros on this one because I think this falls back under the honor field. You got to regain that honor. So what I would do was I would offer her breakfast in bed as an alternative with some Plan B and those eggs. And you're already going to know you're going to get one or, another reaction out of that. So for me, that just seals the deal. You don't want the drink. Well, how about I offer you breakfast in bed with a little Plan B and your eggs? That just lets me know where the night's going. And if you go ahead and say no, well, then I already know what it is. I ain't going to waste no more time.
I love how all of our instances they're all salty as fuck. Like throw spoons at them. offer them an instance where, I don't know, maybe it's better after we fuck and I make you eggs. Or mine, I would do the same fucking thing. I'll offer a drink, she'd be like, no, she wants to be all bitchy about it. I was like, no, baby, I'm sorry, I'm talking to your friend next to you. just pass the drink down to her, wink, and then walk the fuck off. And then wait for the other one to come talk to you.
Yeah,
that is true. Yep. That is true. I agree.
I do too.
But I think, promise keeping, that was a hard one for me. A lot of times I came up with a different article number, something funny to be fun. But, it's just, promise keeping in the barracks just never works out. You know, it never does. And Chris Ripka says, always buy drinks for them and their friends. Fuck no, Chris Ripka.
Thank you.
That's how you lose your whole LES.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying, I love you, Chris, but you don't buy shit for them and their friends.
That right there for them and their friends, you're overcompensating for something that might not be there.
Hashtag small dick. But no, I mean, I'm just saying, bro, you gotta play that shit right too, because I think you're trying too hard if you go out and you want to buy drinks for them and all their friends. That's not the right way. If I was gonna do it, I'd probably psyops that shit and I'd buy the ugliest friend a drink. I'd only spend money one time.
You know? That's a good way to go at it, because then the pretty bitches are like, he's got such a good heart. I want to hold him. Exactly. I bet you do.
And that's exactly I'm going to get the hottest one. I made myself a promise. I'm keeping it. There you go. And that's how you started.
God, dude, we should so fucking, like, swindle ourselves back into basic training. Or back into, like, a duty station where we're all brand new privates. And just be like, have a little shop outside the road that says Barracks Lawyers.
Well, you know, I
think
as we move forward with Barracks Lawyers, I think we need to put all this shit down in a book, because if those How I Met Your Mother motherfuckers can do it, we can do it too, and we can sell this shit. Just for the barracks, though, it should be that Barracks Code. And that's a good name. But you know, I think that moves us on to our next topic. In all honesty, I love how this is just flowing, but that's responsible citizenship. Shut the fuck up, Chris Ripka. I just see that you posted. I'll get to it in just 1 minute. After we talk about being responsible, and that is what we're gonna call Article 10. A bro will drop whatever he's doing and rush to help his bro dump a chick. Especially if you don't know about the Walmart trick.
I was getting ready to say, hold on, where's the Walmart trick?
Just saying, though. But what do you guys think about responsible citizenship? Because I think that's normal, you know? I think that's normal.
No, absolutely, man. If you're in a situation where you're out, you know, you're in a club, you're at a bar, wherever the fuck you are, and you see your boy trying to get away from like an overly clingy, loud, annoying, drunk, whatever the fuck her problem is that he wants to get the hell away from, you stop what the fuck you're doing. I don't care if you're like getting the keys from the girl you're talking to and they're going to your car right now. I don't give a shit. It doesn't matter. You stop what you're doing and you go fucking help man down.
That's true.
Yeah.
You revive that motherfucker.
You don't want to bring that back to the barracks. You don't need to start a sense of ugly, unwanted chicks in the barracks, because then it's like letting the Roach Motel open for fucking season. Don't do that. You got to keep a certain quality to the barracks. You know, your beautiful girls that we're trying to go after and we're trying to bring back home, they leave the smelly good shit laying around. They clean up for you. You're like the fucking man of sex for gods. You can't let it fall below that standard.
Well, you know, and with that being said, talking about responsible citizenship, even though we give you our ideas, it would not be Barracks Lawyers if we didn't give you a way out. And so for that, we're going to go ahead and title this little segment, Side Bro, How to Dump a Chick in 6 Words or Less. Okay?
Nice.
So with these phrases, if you guys don't have these written down, break out your pen and paper or write it down. Here it is. Maybe try a side salad instead. That's number 1. Okay? If that doesn't work, we have to pull out a little bit more artillery. So we're going to go with cute. You're growing a mustache too. Yes. Right? For all you glorious bearded motherfuckers out there, that one always works. And as your waitress is walking by, you can always toss out she looks like a younger you, but fine. That one does work. And, you know, if you're Chris Ripka and you want to buy drinks for everyone, you can always go with, I'll finance your boob job. Okay? So, Chris, that one's there just for you, buddy. And the other one, I would say, sorry, I threw out your shoes, and that goes back to the barracks window and the prosthetic leg. With if you're dealing with an amputee, no offense, country, no offense. And the last one, and if this one doesn't work, I don't know what will. And that's your sister let me do that. So if that doesn't work, I really don't know what else will. So from the barracks lawyer's perspective, I think we've addressed a problem. We've given you a solution. We've mitigated said problem. You know, and once again, I think that comes back to responsible citizenship. I really think it does. What do you guys think?
I think it's. I think what they've learned today, that we gave them the great advice of barracks kings, and not many people do this, but supplied them with a way out in case they fuck up. I think they should be like streaming with happiness and unicorns right now. Just saying.
That's. I think to close out responsible citizenship, this is something that affects every lower enlisted person in the barracks. And I think that's that you have to have a pre-strip club checklist for your squad. And, you know, I used to do something similar because, you know, with my guys, a lot of us, when we were up in New York and at Bragg and other places, we'd set our night out, you know, a little bit ahead of time to make sure that everyone didn't blow their LES, everyone was good to go. And so I've come up with this pre-strip club checklist, okay? And I want your thoughts on it. I want all of your thoughts. So first, on our pre-strip club checklist, I have that you have to convert a significant amount of funds into singles and local currency. Okay? So you know what you're going to spend at the strip club. You know what's for the strippers. You know what's for drinks. Fair, right?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Put all the ones in your pocket, and then put like however much you allot for alcohol in big bills in your wallet.
I see.
The way your wallet goes to drinks, your pockets go to the chicks.
Yep.
Exactly. And I think that brings us on to our next point, which is hiding the ATM card deep within your wallet. You want to keep it accessible, but hidden from drunk you. The only reason you want to keep it accessible is in case you hit the twins scenario. It's a rare scenario, but if you find twins at a strip club, it is okay to pull out your ATM card. Just saying. And to me, that's fair. That's fair. That's responsible citizenship. It's fucking twins.
Oh yeah, they're twins. You can't leave one out. I mean, they're gonna feel it anyway. But you got to hold on to such a beautification of a just goddess of a woman. But women.
You do. And, of course, in order to get the twins, we go to our next item on our pre-strip club checklist, which is planted fake movie producer business cards. Where they might accidentally fall out into the cleavage of a dancer if she's dancing on you. So it's not like you're gloating it. You're not trying to make it known. It just happens to fall out that you happen to be a movie producer and you might just so happen to have a hotel room. I'm just saying. You got to think about this, guy. You got to think about this. This makes your night a whole lot cheaper. It does. I'm saying I've done that one, which is why I wrote it. And you also have to realize the company that you're with. A dancer's name should tell you if you should spend money or not. Am I right or wrong?
Right.
I actually, come to think of it, when I worked at the strip club in Dothan for a little bit, I was working at the front door and stuff, and like the girls would come up and cash out with me, and I would actually notice that there'd be dancers like Foxy, or some other animal name, and they never were the really popular ones. They danced, they were there, they looked all right. But then you got the ones that were like Diamond and Mercedes, like all these expensive ass names,
Yeah.
were always the ones that were like leaning over the rail trying to take money out of people's pockets.
Yeah.
Exactly.